This is Daniel Wilbanks. Will be interviewing Anthony Dowd for leadership. You want to tell us about yourself, Anthony, before we get started with the questions?
Yeah, my name is Anthony Dowd. I suppose I'm a leader at our work, Tom Parsons' company, and a leader also at our church over the social media, I guess you could say. That one's a new leadership position. I'm kind of new to this whole thing, so I'm working things out. So yeah.
All right. Question number 1. How did you first get started in leadership?
Well, for our church, Faith Assembly, I've been at the church for about 12, 13 years, and when I started out, I was doing words, putting words up on the screen and all that kind of stuff. It was very slow, and then I started working on camera equipment, just more electronical stuff, and now they have me doing social media posts, and then they want me to order like parts, get things set up, parts for live stream and things of that nature. So starting out was a slow process, but now they want me to gather up people for working with the live stream, working with posting on social media, with all that kind of stuff. So starting out there was a very slow start, but as long I've been there for a while, and so I know a lot of stuff there, so they figured, you know what, let's just put this guy up in that position and have him take care of all of our electronic needs, I suppose.
So the pastor came to you and asked you to run the media
pretty
posting, and you like it so far?
Like it so far.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Do you have people helping you and to help you design the pictures and the videos that you put on the church page?
So for the most part, I design and post everything, but if things get too hectic or get too much, I need to branch out and I ask people for help on those things. But I'm learning being in leadership positions, I'm learning that I need to actually reach out to people and get help as much as I can on some things.
Right. Okay. Was leadership something you always aspired to, or did it develop over time?
I never really looked at myself as being a leader or being in a leadership position. When I got into this position, it really just happened. They kind of just put me in this position, and it just kind of happened. I wasn't trying to get there. There's things I wanted to get done, but I never really tried my best to get in this position. But I think it's just been the position I was put in, and I enjoy it.
Yeah,
more than I thought.
About at Tom Parsons' company, how did you get put into running the machines?
The machines here that I run, I kind of just went up to Tom and said, "Hey, do you need help with these machines?" And he would teach me a little bit, and eventually it got to the point where I didn't need his help anymore with the machines, and I started learning things that he never knew about the machines. And so now Tom doesn't even worry about any of the color area of his business.
Right.
I'm in control of, or over all of it. I wouldn't say I'm in control, but I do my best to lead people in the direction that we need to go, get work done, and take care of all the color work. Just I want to get it out, make everything look as best as possible. It's just one of them things that I gotta take care of and do the best I can at.
Right, and get the product out.
Yeah.
Who or what influenced you the most in your journey to become a leader?
Well, the people that influenced me the most, I would say, was my pastors, regardless of the situations that came out about them. They influenced me to be a good leader. I look up to my dad and up to my pastor, even Tom here. They all are good influences in helping me become a better leader. There is a lot of things I don't know, and I know I don't know everything, and they're helping me understand where I need to go in being a leader and trying to show people how to do things without making them angry or making things worse. There's a lot I don't know, so I just try to follow their lead and
from a young leader,
figure it out.
From a young leaders.
Yeah.
Okay. What experience best prepared you for leadership?
I'll say watching other leaders do what they do. Our new pastor, he was a firefighter, and he was the chief of the fire department, and so I kind of automatically latched onto what he had to say, what he was doing, because to become the chief of the fire department, it doesn't seem like an easy task. So whenever I watched him, how he talks to people, how he incorporates new systems, new things, and how he tries to bring people together, it really helped me understand how leadership works. I don't know the full scope of it, but I feel like if I watch people who've done it and been in it for years, I'll be able to catch on, hopefully pretty quickly. But some things seem to take a while
to be a better leader.
Yeah.
Or down the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good to me. How do you define your organization or vision, and how does it help others see and live it out?
Well, for our church, my vision is to make things look nice. Church is about sharing the message of Christ to everybody, sharing the gospel and bringing as many people into heaven as possible. I want things to look nice online, and I believe if God was to, run the media of a church, he would probably run it and make it look nice.
Right.
But also, instead of just making it look nice, we want to teach people about God, show people what's going on in the church, and bring people in. My vision is to share the gospel online the best I can. I know that online stuff it's kind of hard to get a message through clearly through your phone screen or through a TV screen. People listen, and information can come across easily.
Visualize.
But there's a difference between sitting at home and watching a live stream and then being in person and listening to a person talk to you.
Right.
It's like being in a classroom. If you're sitting in the class listening to the teacher talk, that's one thing. After class, you can get up and talk to them, ask questions. But if you're just sitting at home looking at a laptop screen, it's kind of hard to ask questions or be, personal with the teacher. Online church is different from being in person. My vision is to try to get the message out as best as we possibly can, but also it's more important to get people in the church, and it doesn't really matter what church people go to. I suppose it does. Let me rephrase it. It does matter what church people go to, because we want people to be saved and we want them to make it to heaven. That's truly the goal. And so the vision of our church and the vision of me over the social media is to share the gospel, show people what's going on in the church, and try to bring people into the church. That's really the vision, and sharing that with people around is kind of hard because I'm new to this and I don't want to just feel like I'm shoving things in people's face and trying to tell people how
to reach out, let people come in to see, and then let them hear it for themselves.
Yeah.
That's what values guide your leadership decisions?
Well, a lot of prayer, reading the Bible, because if you're a leader in the church or a leader anywhere, I feel like it's good to have God as your leader. When you read the Word, it really speaks to you and helps you understand that you as a person, you don't know everything. You don't know people individually. And in the Bible, there's a lot of knowledge, and even for the unbeliever. I've heard of unbelievers who read the Word, and they don't necessarily believe in God. They don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe He died. They don't believe all that. But there is lessons in there that can teach people how to live their lives. I mean, all the way back to in Genesis when Cain killed Abel, people learned that, killing people probably isn't a good thing,
Yeah.
That's like a really basic lesson to be learned, but there is plenty more in the Bible to learn. David, the king over Israel, I believe, and the things he taught people through his mistakes and through his victories and losses throughout the Bible, you can see before, and I'm going to get the scriptures wrong because I'm not good at, pointing out scriptures. David, whenever he fought Goliath and defeated Goliath, but whenever he was under Saul, or King Solomon, I think that's what his name was, King Solomon, he wanted to kill David half the time, and then he loved David half the time. But Saul realized that David was taking his place. But David never once tried to take the life of Saul. He always respected his position. And really, the Bible is full of lots of things that could help. I may not be in the top leadership position. I may not be the president, but I'm not going to look at that position and tell them that and try to take them out of that position, because they're in that position for a reason, and
Right.
I'm going to respect it. There's lots of lessons in the Bible that will help you and guide you through being a leader. And really, leadership is just being a servant to the people or
Right.
to God.
And do you, is all your people younger than you?
For the most part, yeah.
How do you deal with the younger generation?
Yeah, well, for me right now, I kind of try to relate to them. I'm way older than them, and they seem to, come to me pretty often for random things. Like one of the kids at our church, his older brother died, and he comes to me pretty often. He doesn't really, cry or anything like that. He just comes to me and treats me like an older brother, and I appreciate that. And then other kids come up to me and they want to, talk about games, about whatever. I try to, relate to them, but also relating to them at a certain extent. There comes a point when you have to tell them what is wrong and what is right.
Right.
And to try and lead them and be a good leader, it's difficult. You really have to pray about that.
Right. And how do you help people at Tom Parsons Company to show them how to do the work and make sure the product gets out and make sure it looks good?
So that being in a secular work area is different from being in the church. But here at work, at Tom Parsons Company, it's different. I don't try to tell people what to do, because I really don't know exactly how to do that. So I try to kind of lead them hey, we have this product that needs to get done and shipped today. We need you to do it. I try to lead them that way. For the most part, it's been working. They seem to have enough respect for me and for the leadership above me to actually do the work and take care of business the way that they should.
Right. Okay. What has been some of your biggest challenges as a leader?
Really just dealing with people, because some people just love to talk and complain about everything, and they act like they know everything, but in reality they don't.
Right.
And so trying to get them to the place of you don't know or understand everything here is kind of difficult, because they just want to tell you hey, this person isn't doing this, I don't like this, and it's well, they're doing their job still. And trying to just work with people that don't fully understand everything but think that they do is difficult. So yeah, that's probably been the most difficult part so far.
All right. How have you handled conflict and disagreements with your team?
Well,
at church?
church, Tom Parsons Company. So far, anything I disagree with, especially if it's like with people that are above me, I really don't try to put any, try to disagree with them. I know I should at some points, but again, I try to understand it at their level. Why do they decide that they want to buy? So at our church, we got new lights, and I don't like them. They have a lot of problems. They don't do a lot of things that I wish they would, but I didn't like the lights they got. So in my mind, I thought we could have got better lights, probably more expensive, but they would have been better.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they picked the lights they did, but I'm not going to argue with the pastor on why he chose the lights he did. Maybe it's because we don't have enough money for bigger, better lights. Maybe it's because we just need to get rid of the previous lights, whatever it was. As far as right now, disagreements, it's just we have to talk through them, and I feel like that's important.
But y'all, before y'all make any decisions, y'all come to as a group and say, hey, nay.
Yeah. Big disagreements like lights, those are expensive things, and I'm not one to fight over how we spend our money. That's not my position. So
right.
I don't really try to have any pushback on those situations.
Okay. Well, what do you find most rewarding about being a leader?
Well, whenever I ask for something to get done, most of the time it does get done. Sometimes it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But whenever people come up to you and it seems like they actually look up to you, that's pretty rewarding for my position, because I've never felt like I should be a person that people look up to. So whenever somebody comes up to me and they ask my opinion about something, it means a lot, because usually before they would just pass me by and they wouldn't worry about my opinion. So when people kind of look up to you, it means something, and I don't want to let them down.
Right.
It's just the most rewarding thing is having people look up to you and actually, respect you as a person. That's pretty rewarding.
Okay. Well, thank you, Anthony. That's all the time we have for. Have a great day.
You too.
This is Daniel Wilbanks. I'll be interviewing Tom Parsons.
Howdy.
How did you get started in leadership?
Didn't really have a choice. Basically, business got opened, and you gotta step up. I mean, no one's gonna run your business for you.
That's correct. Was leadership something you always aspired to, or did it develop over time?
It was a complete necessity.
Okay. Who or what influenced you the most in your journey to become a leader?
I don't know. I don't know that anything or anybody influenced me. I think it was just the drive to not fail.
Not fail, and just step up to the plate. And
right. Whatever
hit a
needs
home
to be
run.
done. Yeah.
What experience best prepared you for leadership?
I would say working as a kid, just having good moral fiber, doing right and wrong, and just trying to please everybody that I work for.
Right.
Do a good job, work hard,
So they can come back.
make them feel like they got what they deserve out of me.
How did you define your organization vision, and how did you help others see and live it out?
So kind of a work in progress. I have always been I want people to kind of take their own personal responsibility for what they're doing. So I'm a pretty hands-off in a lot of ways.
Just show somebody,
Yeah,
tell them what to do, and then they have their
and have the
Correct.
expectation that they're going to step up and do what they need to do.
what values guide your leadership decisions?
Just being good, kind, having empathy and compassion for the other person or the other people that you're working with, being a good role model. I think all those things, you do good and you are a good person, people look up to that.
Right, and lead by example. How did you align your team or organize around a shared mission or purpose?
Well, so my crew here basically pretty cut and dry. I mean, we got stuff to do. That leads to one purpose, is to get the stuff done.
Get it out of here.
There's not a lot of time for fiddling around and
Right. Plus, when it's Christmas time.
plus busy season, as you've gotten to see intimately this year. But just trying to make sure that everybody's on the same page with what
Needs to get out.
needs to happen. And while Daniel's team might be doing something, making sure I'm directing Team B, so when Team A and Team B come together, it's all a beautiful thing. Everything gets taken care of and done.
Correct. How did you stay focused on long-term visions while managing day-to-day responsibilities?
Well, I think you've got to have a thought of where you want to be. If you don't really work or have that thought of, bettering yourself or your situation or your environment, or the environment for others around you, then you're probably not going to do very well. So you should have the drive to do better, to grow, to excel,
Expand to your business.
right?
Since you ran several businesses.
Yeah, it just you should always have the thought of being the best that you can be. Doesn't hurt to really like what you do, like the people you work with. Makes success come a lot easier.
Right. What have been some of your biggest challenges as a leader?
So I would say big challenges are employees and staff, getting them on that page that you want them to be. You get them focused around the project. You got a lot of personalities and a lot of different mindsets. So, you've got to learn to adapt and communicate with different people different ways. So, just be flexible.
Just trying to make everybody mesh together so everybody gets the job out, gets the job done. How do you handle seasons of conflict and disagreements with your team?
Well, I usually try to step back and take a look at the situation and am I being fair? Is this fair for the team? Am I understanding what they're asking for? Trying to be flexible in the way that we create win-win.
Make sure look at all sizes, or
Right.
both sides.
And if it doesn't work out, if the change that needs to be made or whatever needs to happen doesn't satisfy, at least try to make your best argument of why.
Why it
Why
could be
this-
changed different in
Correct.
different ways.
Yeah.
How did you balance leading people while still managing? I'm gonna skip that way.
What is it?
This one.
Balancing leading people while still managing your administrative tasks and so forth. So, it's part of the job. You have to take care of your business and take care of the administration of your business, and so I don't believe you've got one or the other. I think that both are kind of hand in hand, and you just have to manage your time well, manage your expectations of what you can and can't get done, but really managing time is a big thing.
And when I see you grab the POs and you have a goal of what you want to get done today when you grab your POs and line them up how you want them to get out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you find most rewarding about being a leader?
Well, I quite honestly, I like seeing my employees doing well. I really do like seeing my crew doing well and having that feeling of that they've had success
Right.
with the task or the day or whatever they're doing. So that really, really makes me feel good to see people excel.
Right. And then still get the job done, but have a little fun. Make sure everything
fun's
is.
a big part of it.
Yeah. What moments have made you most proud in your leadership journey?
Quite honestly, seeing a lot of my employees grow up and be
'Cause you do
good
have-
people.
You have a lot of college, high school.
Correct. I have
kids or
pretty
young.
much. Most of my staff is pretty young, and so seeing you grow up, become a good man that you are. I'm going to use the oddest example in the world, Jackson Giles. Had a lot of bad experiences with Jackson, and he was definitely pointed the wrong direction in life, and I felt like back in the day I wanted to try to help him turn it around and so forth, and we went separate ways for a while, and he worked his job, and I think he kind of grew up, matured a little bit, and to see him come back and be
He's a lot better.
a lot more mature. He's a hard worker. He wants to do well.
He doesn't want to mess up.
Doesn't want to mess up, but it's a completely different employee, and that makes me feel good to
Right.
see. Okay, this kid might have a chance.
Right. I work with Jackson. He has improved a lot.
3,000%.
Let's see. How has leadership impact your personality? Personality.
Or spirituality.
Absolutely.
I think it's just, I don't want to say it's who I am, but it's part of me. Do I intentionally try to lead people around? No. But my grandfather was kind of that way. Take the reins and do what needs to be done to get stuff done and organize people and do all that good stuff. And I feel like maybe that kind of came down a little bit in me.
Yeah.
But I just think it's my personality.
Just get the ball.
It's part of me.
Yeah. What keeps you motivated to continue leading even when it's difficult?
The way I look at it is if my leading typically involves everyday living and getting our customers taken care of and getting my employees taken care of. So if I'm having a challenge, I don't have a choice but to excel and find a way to get it done and excel to make sure that everybody's taken care of, everybody's happy, and that we don't disappoint.
Right. Make all the customers happy.
Yeah.
And to keep coming back to buy more stuff.
Well, but most importantly, that they respect us and what we do.
Right.
I mean, we're not the cheapest in the world, but when a customer comes to me, he knows it's going to be taken care of
and done right.
Correct.
And it's
not
going
to have to worry about it.
And it's going to look good.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone just beginning their leadership journey?
Stay driven. Life is not all about ups. Life's got a lot of downs to it, and the question is what choice do you have when things are down? You have a choice to do good, dig down, be creative, find good solutions, solve your problems, maybe eat a little crow every now and then, or quit.
Yep.
Give up. And
some people do.
Stay driven. Stay driven to excel.
How do you continue to grow and develop as a leader?
Kind of just answered that question.
Just stay driven.
Stay centered. Stay driven.
What's the most valuable lesson you have learned about people through leadership?
That's a tough question. That people are going to let you down, and how you react to that can affect the outcome of what you need to achieve. So, be friendly, be nice, even when things aren't going your direction.
Try to push people to get the work done, and don't push them. You can see how different people act, and you can push them more than the other person. Just keep pushing.
Keep the honey flowing.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best way to say it. Because when someone's going to disappoint you, and at one point, almost everybody disappoints everybody. Are you going to burn that bridge because you get a little disappointment in life?
Right.
So people will disappoint you. I guess that's what I've learned.
Right.
And to react a lot better than I used to.
Right.
About that disappointment.
All right. That's all we have time for. Have a good one. Good afternoon. This is Daniel Wilbanks, and this is Philip Osborne.
How are you?
I'm going to be interviewing him today. How did you get first started to get started with your leadership?
Well, in leadership, what I did is I started singing at a young age. As I got older, decided to start my own band, which would be the leadership role of the band, and just started it. I don't know, probably in my 30s, probably around in there, and to take on that leadership role, you have to make sure everybody's happy, everything's going good, and just make sure that all your equipment is right, and keep everybody in line,
and booking gigs,
and just traveling, making sure that everybody's there, ready to go, and available
and taken care of.
Yeah.
How about your leadership at Tom Parsons Company?
Leadership at Tom Parsons Company is, I'm older than everybody else. So I guess in the leadership role with Tom is our boss, and I guess he looks to me, to guide the younger guys and not goof around, but let them see me doing things to make them more or less follow in my footsteps to do things to help them move into a more of a leadership role later in life, is what I would think.
Just trying to guide them in the right direction.
Yes.
Okay. Was leadership something you always aspired to, or did you develop over time?
Never aspired to do leadership. It just happened. Once you take over a band, you're more or less the leader of it, and now the leadership role is just the role that I have. But everybody is pretty much a team, but yet I guess what I say would go, and just try to lead them and to everybody to gel as one is what I'm looking for in that kind of role.
And make sure they all mesh together, so we don't have no conflict.
Right.
Okay. Who or what influenced you the most in your journey to become a leader?
Oh, well, I would probably have to say my mother. My mother's the one that got me singing in church when I was young, and always loved it, always wanted to do it, been doing it 50 some odd years. So I guess I would just have to say she did, because she's always told me, to always don't look down on people, treat them as your equal, but yet when it comes time to, when things have to be done, you have to step up and make sure it's done the proper way.
And the same thing here for Tom Parson, make sure everybody's looking at the
Make sure everything's
POs and stuff.
right. Make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. If the order calls for this, make sure that they're looking at the right order and the right product and the right quantity of what they need to do, and make sure that it's done right. Looking at the POs as we have here, looking at the POs to make sure that it's all going to one place or it's going separate places. You got to just make sure that everything is done properly.
Right. What experience best prepared you for leadership?
What experience?
Yeah, best prepared
Best
you
prepared
for leadership.
Well, I guess I would have to say something like, it's always not been, I guess you would say, a bed of roses being in the leadership role. You have your faults, you have things that don't go the way you're supposed to, and you learn from a lot of those mistakes.
Right.
And look back on them to make sure that it don't happen again, and then you just move on, just make sure everything's going good.
How was your leadership style changed since you first began leading?
Let's see. How has leadership role changed since I first began leading? I'm sorry.
How has your leadership style changed since you first began leading?
Well, let's see. When I first started leading, I really didn't know what to do. It was kind of a new thing, and I was, and as I get older and it goes longer, I learn more things of how to be more passive, maybe the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
And just listen to other people's opinions and see what they want to do or what to say, and then I'll listen to them, and we'll just kind of make it work from there.
And you asked your people in the band, is it sound fine, or
yes,
what gigs you want to do?
Yeah. So if we're planning gigs, a lot of times, which I take over that role because I do all of those, but then I have to check with everybody, make sure everybody else is available, and then if they're all available, then we just go from there. So.
Okay. What have been some key turning points or difficult moments in your leadership journey so far?
difficult moments.
Yep, difficult moment.
Difficult moments. Well, excuse me. And a lot of times, you know, in any leadership role, you have your employees, which would be my band members. Sometimes they don't all work out. Sometimes you have to get rid of some of them. But I always try to get, if I have to let somebody go, I always try to let them go on a peaceful, mutual agreement.
Right.
And so we don't have any conflicts or anything like that. So,
how did you define your organization vision, and how did you help others see and live it out?
well, just like out here at Tom Parsons' company, you know, if you've got younger kids here, younger men or younger adults here, try to lead them in the direction that to make it be better for them in life as they get older. I want to try to let them know what responsibilities are, what jobs need to be done, how it needs to be done, just to make them understand that if a job's got to be done, a job's got to be done.
Right. And how a real job works,
Right.
in case you do leave here to go to a bigger job.
A bigger job, yes.
Bigger place. What values guide your leadership decisions?
Making sure that everything is going right when we're doing it, and making sure that everybody is happy as we're doing it. And the value is, I just want it to all be perfect. And that's a bad thing about what I want a lot of times, is I want it to all be perfect, and most of the time it is, and there's sometimes it's not. But that's my values of, you know, just making sure that everything is done the proper way.
Best ability you can do.
Right, exactly.
What have been some of your biggest challenges as a leader?
Biggest challenge as being a leader, having people not listen to you.
Yeah.
You know, if you try to tell somebody what to do, and sometimes you have those people that just don't want to listen. They'll talk back, or they'll have controversy towards you, and you try to go around that and lead them into the right way that it should be, and try to avoid any kind of conflicts between anybody.
My same question. What do you find most rewarding about being a leader?
The working up here, and also playing the music. As long as I feel like I have done a good job, and I feel good about what I did and how I did my job and how I performed my job, then that gives me the most reward.
And seeing how your fans, when you're playing music, how they react. It's rewarding to have them react in a great way.
Right. And then also when you work with your co-workers at work, making them feel like they have been had a good day. And everything's gelled really well.
Right.
So.
Okay. About moments you have made you most proud in your leadership journey?
Accomplishing what I set out to do, and you're not going to make everybody happy,
right?
But making people happy, and but feeling like people are feel good working with you, and it makes you feel good if everybody works with you and they feel good working with you and everything works.
Just having a smooth workspace.
Right.
And no conflict.
Yeah, no conflict.
What keeps you motivated to continue leading even when it's difficult?
Well, up here, a lot of times you'll come down with a cold, you'll come down sick, but you still have to go do your job.
Right.
Up here at Tom Parsons Company. In the music business, as the old saying goes, the show must go on. So you know that even if you're down and you don't really feel like going to this place and doing it, you've already signed a contract with them. You have to go do it. Sometimes you don't always like going where you're going.
Right.
Sometimes you don't feel like coming to work, but you do anyway, which makes me feel good about myself when I do something like that. So.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone just beginning their leadership journey?
Advice, leading, starting out leading. Listen to your people. Excuse me. Listen to your employees, and excuse me. Listen to your employees. Listen to what they have to say. If they have questions, listen to their questions. Don't just blow them off, and have an open ear to listen to everything that they have to say.
And don't be a micromanager. Kind of let them have a leash, but still have a
just let them go out a little bit.
and make sure learn for example.
Yeah, pull them back every once in a while.
Visual learners.
Yes.
And okay. How do you continue to grow and develop as a leader?
I learn something new every day. As growing as a leader, you have the moments where you're leading, but you may have one of your coworkers or cohorts come up and say, "Hey, what if we did it like this? What do you think this would work out?" And then, you listen to them and you're like, "Oh, okay, well maybe that would work." So you'll learn as you go. As being a leader, you don't want to be hard on people.
Right.
Although, when you're a leader, you don't want to be soft either. You have to have that role of.
The job still needs to be done.
Yes.
Because you can't be too soft because everybody would just think you're just a pushover leader.
Right.
Not
you have to be firm, but yet passive in some ways too.
Right. You still, it will change for different people and the flow of the people. Okay. What's the most valuable lesson you learn about people through your leadership?
Most valuable lesson I've learned?
Mm-hmm. Valuable lesson you learned about people through your leadership.
Well, you learn a lot of people as you go along. You learn who you can have, who you can trust, who you can hire as you're going along in your leadership. And then there's some people that come along and you're just like, I don't think they're going to work for me. And
right.
And
just talk to somebody else and has a better leadership role.
Right. Better resume or something like that than somebody else.
Right. So how do you, about Tom Parsons Company, you just learn from Tom.
Right.
And since you're the oldest one here at Tom Parsons Company.
Right. Yep.
So Tom gives a lot of leeway and lets you learn how to do leading.
A lot of things that Tom did, I learned from him, and then as we went along, he was more or less, which I guess that would be a big value, because he more or less turned stuff over to me so he could go do other things, which that entrusted me to know that he trusted me enough to do that kind of stuff.
To tell X what to do.
Right.
And so forth. What's one mistake you have made in leadership, and what did you learn from it?
One mistake I learned is leadership. Well, I learned that starting out doing this, either job, you cannot think you're bigger than everybody else. Just because your role is the leader, you cannot sit back and think that I'm the man, you listen to me.
Right.
You have to understand that, yes, you're the leader, but yet you have these people under you that entrust in you, and you have to guide them along and let everything just gel out like it's supposed to, and not think you're better than everybody else.
Right.
So,
Well, that's all we have time for. You have a good day.
thank you.